rules, like low center of gravity is good, or are there any general good practices if you're building
Best
a robot?
practices. You want good grip because you got to drive, right? The audience complains a lot about exposed tires. So builders go back and forth having non-exposed tires versus exposed tires. Some people don't care because I'm so fast. You got to catch me and get the tire off. But the best practices are really probably in the electronics with the lithium polymer batteries, which have a lot of strength to weight ratio. Like, so you get a ton of power out of those things.
When did those first come into the game?
Really in the early 2000s. So like Trey said earlier, back in the 90s, it was we had a car battery.
Yeah.
And then people did NiCads, which were the stuff you'd see in the, you'd shove in your Super 8 video camera back in the day, right? And now it's lithium batteries, either life batteries or life polymer batteries. And that's what's in your electric cars. That's what allows the Tesla to go from 0 to whatever and, nothing. So you just get that strength, that power out of those. That's why we can see not only the drives go super fast, but the weapons spinning amazingly fast and powerful and delivering blows like, I don't know, Muhammad Ali bot, just crazy.
Is there any downside to speed in a bot?
I don't think so.
Faster tends to be better.
Yeah. We hate wedges, right? Being the first wedge, we hate wedges, right? However, everybody...
You don't have a sweet spot for the wedge?
No, we have just the opposite. And one of the ways to fix wedges is you make the floor uneven, or you put bumps and change the floor. You put it, different level. You go up an inch or whatever, and that would change it. But that also takes away from speed. And speed is good. Speed makes great television. Speed makes great action. When you come to a live show, we pretty much have been ending the live show with the Witch Doctor Hypershock fight. And the two of those robots are so fast. They're just jetting all over the arena and slamming into each other. And the parts that are flying, it's spectacular. And but you need speed.
It's a balance, though, because we like to make the floor a little bit uneven, maybe 1/8 of an inch, between panels. And there's also little bumps on the floor. These little hellraisers pop up. And that prevents people from overplaying the ground game, which so many robots do nowadays. They'll have a razor sharp front wedge just to get underneath you. And if we had a perfectly smooth floor, I think
everybody would do the same thing.
It would be homogenized.
That would be the whole game.
Exactly. So you got to add that randomness to it. But the speed's fantastic as long as you can control it. So this season we have Claw Viper, which is a grappler bot, which I think can go to across 40 feet in half a second. The length of the box.
Wow.
It's insane.
Wow.
And it's got magnets that suck it to the BattleBots floor. And it does,
What's the floor made out of for magnets to stick?
Steel. A little paint on top, which might screw it up a little bit, depending on the thickness, but steel.
Do the contestants know the details? Like, they'll know it has to work on a wood floor, for example, and you build a different bot for the conditions?
Yeah,
they
more or
bug
less.
us.
We put the shelf in without telling the contestants. We surprised them when
What's
they
the shelf?
The shelf is that new feature, that upper deck.
Yeah, which has the
screws pushed out. Yeah. They weren't real happy about that, but because there's kind of 2 entrapment spots now on the sides that they don't like.
But both sides have the same.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not
but
like
it biases certain bot, like
I see.
A full body spinner or a horizontal spinner has to really spin up that weapon quickly. And they better not get trapped in those short corners. Otherwise, without a fully up to speed weapon, otherwise they're super vulnerable back there.
It's got its advantages.
But
too.
they bug us for, give me the specs of the saw blade slot so I won't get stuck in them. Give me the specs for, this and this. And we give it to them so they can retool and re-engineer to not get as stuck as maybe they would have in a previous season.